Look at the average guy over 60 today. He wakes up tired, his joints stiff before he even stands up, and his midsection has softened despite his best efforts in the gym. Now picture the other guy, the exact same age, but with a lean, defined midsection and a physical presence that suggests his hormones are operating on a different level. The difference isn't a genetic lottery. It's that he has stopped following morning routines built for a 25-year-old endocrine system. He works with the specific hormonal reality of a man over 60. That transformation begins in the first 10 minutes after he opens his eyes. For most men, however, those 10 minutes are spent scrolling through a phone or heading straight to the coffee machine, habits that interfere with a critical biological process. Within 45 minutes of waking, your body experiences the cortisol awakening response. As shown here, your primary stress hormone naturally peaks. The second line shows your testosterone, which acts inversely. While your stress hormone peaks, testosterone is suppressed. Your muscle-building environment begins once cortisol clears. When you immediately check emails or drink caffeine, you produce a higher and more prolonged stress hormone elevation. Studies show that smartphone use can keep cortisol elevated for an additional hour, extending the period where your testosterone remains suppressed, and your body is biologically primed to favor fat storage. To clear cortisol more efficiently, your first physical action should be drinking 16 ounces of water mixed with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. Your body interprets overnight cellular dehydration as a biological stressor, keeping cortisol levels high. By rehydrating immediately, you remove that stressor. The added sea salt and lemon provide electrolytes that activate a transport mechanism, pulling water directly into your cells faster than plain water alone. Once you have hydrated, move immediately into step 2. 2 minutes of deliberate joint mobility. This is not a heavy workout. These are slow, intentional movements designed to work the joints, not a muscle-building session that induces sweat. This movement updates your brain's threat assessment, which was keeping cortisol levels high following the stillness of sleep. It demonstrates that your physical architecture is intact, signaling the nervous system to transition out of a stress state. By combining hydration and movement, you address the primary physiological stressors that prevent cortisol from clearing naturally. Step 3 requires getting outside for 2 to 5 minutes of direct sunlight within the first 30 minutes of waking. Morning light hitting the eyes is the primary mechanism humans use to synchronize their internal clock. This exposure resets your circadian rhythm with unmatched precision. The signal tells the brain to initiate the cortisol clearance cascade. Men over 60 who lack this light exposure show measurably higher baseline cortisol and lower testosterone throughout the day. Step 4 involves finishing your morning shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. This is a significant physical stressor, so consult your doctor before attempting it. While the cold is uncomfortable, the discomfort is the specific mechanism that shifts your hormones. Research shows this brief cold exposure can increase norepinephrine by up to 300%. This neurochemical directly suppresses your stress response, preparing the body for optimal testosterone production. These environmental inputs, sunlight and cold water, force the nervous system out of a stress state and into a relaxed recovery state. Finally, step 5 requires a change in how you approach breakfast. Instead of eating immediately, delay your first meal for 60 to 90 minutes. Eating a carb-heavy meal while morning cortisol is still high triggers an insulin response that promotes the storage of visceral belly fat. Waiting 90 minutes allows cortisol to clear. Once that stress hormone is gone, your insulin sensitivity is much higher, meaning your body is ready to use nutrients for muscle maintenance rather than fat storage. When you do eat, you must hit a threshold of at least 35 to 40 grams of protein. This specific amount is the minimum required to trigger muscle protein synthesis in an older body. Landing this protein in a primed environment ensures it goes straight to work maintaining your lean muscle mass. Delaying your meal and hitting this protein threshold ensures your nutrients support your physique, rather than being locked away as belly fat. That is the complete routine: hydration with electrolytes, joint movement, sunlight, cold exposure, and delayed protein. By organizing your morning this morning, you shorten the cortisol peak. This allows your testosterone window to open wider and last longer than it does for the average man your age. These changes are not complex, but they require a conscious shift in how you treat your first hour awake. Try this exact sequence tomorrow morning. I'd love to hear in the comments what your first habit of the day usually is, and if you are going to change it. Subscribe for more research-based health science every week.